Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we're back with another episode of Try Before You Buy, where we try a board game that's on Board Game Arena and let you know if the implementation is worth being able to try this game out before you go buy a physical copy of the game, and whether or not we think that for some of them we have played maybe the physical copy, and some that we haven't. Whether we think that one is better than the other, or just based on how the implementation works, if we think this is the better version. Uh, but yeah, just doing kind of a few turns, walking you through how it's done on Board Game Arena, and then just playing through kind of the rest of the game. So if you just want to see more of just a playthrough of the game, you can kind of skip forward to that part. You can see it in the um, description below. We'll have that split out. You'll just probably miss the first few turns, but I think in this game that probably won't matter too much. You'll be able to tell kind of what has happened up to that point, most likely.
Yeah,
But yeah, the
yeah,
game we're looking at today is Akropolis.
yes. If you couldn't tell, talking about Acropolis. They have a few different options here with online play, live scoring, which is kind of keeps track of your score throughout the game. Having that as an option here, that is, I mean, it could be an option in real life. I mean, you are kind of keeping track, but it's an option here, as well as how many tiles you want to use. I don't know what that variant is, but a few different options.
Yeah.
Main game here, I guess I haven't looked best way to present this. It should be good. Gonna start out with a tile here, and it's tile drafting and placement game. We'll be drafting these tiles. They'll be refilling from the stack, and we pretty much in the game you go through all the tiles, and they're refreshed left to right, and the ones who've been there a long time are less and less expensive. You have to pay one additional of your resources to claim the newly revealed ones. It's kind of, I guess, what was the term for that kind of market? I forget.
I can't remember. Is it like a river
Been a
market
lot.
or something? It's
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
Um,
from the Century games and stuff like that. But
yeah.
yeah,
In this case, it's a
draft.
little bit different of it. It's similar in that way, but it takes until you get down to one remaining tile, and then it refills it with that next stack.
Yeah,
So still similar in the way of if you really want that last one, you can see it's going to cost you some mini stones versus the first one's going to be free to you. But
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess we can just draft some tiles that shows his board here and my board there.
yep.
Um,
Uh, let's
but yeah,
see.
so you're
What do
drafting
I want?
these. You can see there's star sections to these tiles, and then there's just the regular color. So each color does have those star spots as well. And each type scores a little differently, which you can open this down here and that will explain how they score. So the blue will score for like a connected group of blue tiles. A yellow scores must not be adjacent to any other yellows to be able to score. The red must be touching the edge of your city, must be on the edge of your city to be potential for scoring. The purples must be completely surrounded, and the greens, there are no placement conditions on the greens. So you take pretty much at the end of the game, you multiply the amount of yours that have fulfilled that scoring condition of a color and multiply it by the amount of stars you have of that color. And one thing that is very interesting in this game, which you will see as we go along, is the layering of placing tiles on top of other tiles, which actually makes them more valuable. So a blue tile on the second layer is actually worth two blue tiles.
Yes, yeah, that's probably the part of this game that is makes it the most interesting. If you've ever played number nine, it's kind of a similar concept to that. Not quite, but similar, where you need to place it on top of. It has to be at least two tiles below it, so you can't place like a three, or you can't place a tile like directly over another tile. Like he wouldn't be able to take his next tile and put it exactly in that same spot he just did just to get it up a level. Has to at least be touching two, and that's kind of how you can see the currency in this game are these stones to be able to buy some of those later ones. covering up the white spaces, which you can tell have, are no colors. That's how you end up getting additional stones in this game, is by covering those up when you are layering them. So there's kind of two good pieces to potentially layering your tiles.
Yes, yes.
And another important note that the first time I played this,
Oh, yeah.
did not, I think I just misunderstood, is that the stars themselves do not need to qualify in the same way that the color itself typically needs to.
So yeah, so
So
like
that
the
is important.
reds, like here, the reds to score, the red tiles need to be on the edge of the city, but the actual multiplier, the star tiles of the red, they could be anywhere. They could be right in the center of the city. Ooh, it's a good. I mean, I want to get like white spaces to be able to cover up a bunch, but I can't really turn down. There's a lot of stars in these first ones that we've had here.
There is. And that's something you can't really go and just deny yourself for too long, because once you miss them, you miss them. And in this particular set, we only have 11 stacks, so I could have,
Yeah,
like Pepper had said earlier, there was an option to play with all the tiles. So in that case, we would have made even larger ones. It's
yeah,
just a matter of how long you want to play. But we're kind of, I guess, in that way, doing the shorter version of the game, or I don't know if it's considered the recommended version. Uh,
probably the regular version. Yeah,
yeah, but that way you'd get to see all the tiles. And in this case, I'm assuming I get when it's done in this format. Sometimes it's hard to tell if there are specific tiles that are being out there, or if you just divide the stack out and you get what you get. So some may have less than others.
yeah,
Uh, so that's something that could happen. Uh, let's see.
yeah. I do like that you can adjust the camera here to be able to see it in its 3D glory, however you want, or you could just go top-down view and have a hard time telling what layer anything is.
Yes.
Ooh,
Um,
I got two stone. I mean, I'm already going multipliers for red. I may as well.
go
But yeah, I
deep
do
into
like.
it.
I mean, it can be a little tricky, kind of placing them and knowing what the rotations do, but you do catch on to it. I just click on the hex that you want to place. Is the easiest way to do it. So if I want the blue in this nook, I'll just hit the blue on the tile there, hit the nook there.
I
It,
would
it
say that's one of
takes some
it
getting
takes some
used
time
to.
to get used to. That
Yeah,
is probably one of the most confusing or weird parts about playing it on this kind of version as opposed to in real life. Because obviously, in real life, if you were doing it, you're not going to be like trying to get, I just can't get this in the right place.
yeah.
I mean, maybe sort of, but not in the same
I
way as
can't
this
place
implementation.
it. How do I do it?
Right. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of a few turns, and you kind of see how the game works here and kind of how it works on Board Game Arena. Um, but yeah, and I think overall this does a pretty good job at um, kind of setting up these tiles that you don't have any
Yeah.
teardown or kind of setting up the different stacks you've got here.
Shuffling, nothing like that.
Right. So, I mean, it's a quick setup in this way. It gives you that ability to have automatic scoring, or you know what the scores are at all times, and you can turn that off. So I do
Yeah.
like that they give that option. That it's not like, oh, you get the scores and you're gonna know what you're at,
So if
and
you
maybe know you're not winning
like
type thing.
really crunchy and you know that would slow the game down, counting what someone else has and what a tile's good for them versus good for you. You don't want that. You can just turn it right off. But I do like to see it, especially later in the game. You'll see, hopefully, you'll see when it's just one tile can bump your score up tremendously. I find it satisfying having the score throughout the game.
Mhm.
And as you
Yeah.
can see, it has adjusted it here, not very high, just mostly some blue multipliers for us. I got some yellow, and then you're pretty much just going with blue right now for your score.
Kind
That's
of all I've
increased.
got right now. But yeah, and this does a really good job at showing you kind of which tiles you can buy based on the number of stones you
Yep.
have. So if you aren't able to afford it, it kind of lights up red, so that just ignore those ones. You can't buy them anyway.
Yeah.
Uh,
Usually, you would figure that out eventually, but I know I've done that in games where I'm just thinking, and then I'm like, wait, I can't even buy that. Why am
Right.
I wasting my time? So this does make it very clear in
Yeah.
that way, as well as how you can place legally on top. So I could see possibly in person, once you have maybe a big flat area like this, you might accidentally place directly onto a tile. I don't have any experience. I haven't played it in person. I think you have once or twice.
I've played in person one time, and that was probably actually like 7, 8 months ago now. So it's been a little bit. I can't remember exactly if it was easy to tell or not, because that was going to be one of my negatives to this. Is sometimes it can be a little difficult to see. Like you said, it
Yeah,
does at least let you know, like, oh
tells
yeah, you
you.
can't place it here. But I mean, up until the point of actually taking the tile
Yeah,
first and then trying to place it.
yeah,
Sometimes it
like
can
a
be a
game.
little difficult to see and like what layer. I think this was
Yeah,
probably harder than in person to see, even when you kind of adjust it. I
yeah,
do like that it does allow you to adjust it, but still, sometimes it can be a little difficult to tell as
yeah.
opposed to in real life. Because those tiles, if I remember right, they were pretty thick and stuff, so I
Okay,
think
well
it'd be
that's
pretty
good
easy
because
to see.
that's what I was worried of for real life because I knew they were cardboard. These look like some nice domino thickness on here, which looks really chunky and satisfying. I didn't know if it would be as easy in person, but it sounds like they are, according to you. They are decently thick, maybe a king domino thickness, would you say? I think those are pretty
From what I'm
chunky.
remembering, I think that's what I said. I thought, didn't I tell you that or something?
Oh, you might. That's probably why
Maybe
I'm
I did.
saying
I can't
that.
remember. I feel like I maybe that's what I maybe compared them to. But now I
That'd
probably
be good.
remember totally wrong, and they're thin cardboard. Can't tell the difference. But no,
Paper
I just
thin.
think yeah, some of that is maybe a little bit tricky on here, and like you said, the getting used to how to place some of these. Just knowing, yeah, you got to click on the best way. Click on the piece that you want in a certain spot, and then kind of go from there. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a little tricky to get used to, I would say. But
Yeah.
overall, I think it's a pretty solid implementation. It actually allowed me to, because at the time I had not played it at all, the first time I played on here, and it did get this game into my top 60 of all time. So I think it did a pretty good job in that way. If you think about it in that way.
Yeah, and I think it got into mine as well. So we like the game a lot, and I think if you do want to keep a small collection, I don't think you're missing out if you have it just on here versus in person. And I think you
Mhm.
probably agree with that, even though, like you said, there are some possible ease of play things when you are in person. I'd say this probably still has equal positives in its favor
Mhm.
with the automatic scoring and kind of telling you what you can afford, as well as the shuffling and at the start of the game and setting up. I'd say it probably evens out.
Yeah, I would agree because then too at the end of the game, kind of scoring everything up is going to take you maybe a little bit longer than you'd like, but it's not too bad. Where you just have to kind of treat it as okay, if it's on the third level, that's three blues or whatever color it is. You just have to remember it that way as opposed to trying to like multiply
Yeah,
three times this and then that times that. You just have to kind of count all the individual ones up and
yeah,
multiply it. But yeah, even either way, I would definitely recommend trying this game. I probably give this one, what is it, like a maybe a 9 or something
yeah.
as
Me too.
a game just in general. So I would highly recommend trying it out on here if you've been interested and see if it's worth adding to your uh, board game collection to have out on the table as well. 'Cause I think the box is actually, I could be remembering wrong, but I think it's smaller than a Ticket to Ride size box too. So I believe, but I could be remembering that wrong. But yeah, I think that's kind of all we've got to say about it. If we think of anything else, we'll probably
Yeah,
mention it during the playthrough. Any kind of things that we don't like about this implementation or any things we do like about it. But yeah, if that's all you wanted to hear, we appreciate you watching this far into the video. Please give us a like or a dislike, I guess, if you did not enjoy the video. Leave a comment below as to which ones you want us to try next. If you have any on Board Game Arena that you've kind of been interested in, we could take a look at them if we haven't already played them and let you know. So, yeah, if you want to see future ones, subscribe to the channel. Uh, Going towards 1,000 subs, we're hoping for by the end of the
Yes.
year. So, help us get there. We appreciate it. But now we'll get to the rest of this playthrough. So,
Well,
I'm about to whoop Pepper up here and win my European belt, Euro
good luck.
Heavyweight Championship. Good
That's
luck to
true.
you as well.
We really need to start defending that.
We do.
It's all people care about is the Euros. Gotta get a good
I wonder if
block.
this one falls under medium.
This might be light. I don't know.
That's what I'm not sure of. Let me go double check this
Yeah,
one.
go check it.
It's a 2022 game. It's a 1.8.
Wow,
It's even lighter than I thought.
that
That'd be
is
maybe in the
not even a
twos.
2. I guess what is the term for that on BGG?
Where does it say?
So it's kind of
Oh,
pretty much
light.
a 2.
It's between light and medium light, I guess. Then, if it's pretty much a 2, it's medium light.
That's kind of right, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
simple. Just for some people, I feel like this could be a hard one to really wrap your head around, actually see what you're doing and putting together. So,
yeah, that's fair.
ooh, there's multipliers. Go get that.
Deuce is wild.
I want to get up higher than just a second layer, so I don't want to put this 3-bit one right there. But let's see. I mean, that red should be pretty safe.
Oh, he takes the goods. Takes the goods.
Okay, so now this red's going to be worth 2 if I can get it surrounded, or this purple. That red is already worth 4. As you can see, hopefully we aren't covering it with our faces. 4 points in red, 4 points in blue, 2 points in yellow, versus it's 3 in blue and 2 in red. Oh, another tough decision. I mean, is it worth throwing away my stone just to get that purple? Ooh.
That is tough.
Stone is pretty valuable.
It can be, especially when you get down to none, like me.
But I picked up a lot of stone there.
That's unfortunate for me.
As you play the game more, like I just find myself being more and more willing to cover up colors. It feels so hard and rough to do that. But like, I mean, in reality, covering up a blue with another blue is pretty much just adding another blue to it. It's not really losing anything, but it just
Right.
feels, it doesn't feel good.
It is tough. I still struggle. That's probably the part of the game that I struggle with the most. For sure.
He's not doing, oh, he's got a lot of blue multipliers. Is he going to go heavy blue? I mean, I've got a pretty good blue here, so I feel like I should pick that up, but I also want, dang it, these are tough. Either of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points or 6 points there. That is probably a little more valuable.
That's the one I wanted.
I hope so. I didn't care if I got the right one for me. I just wanted to screw you.
Oh, I believe it. Oh, man. The worst part is I'm not really set up to get a good blue.
Sorry. Yeah, it's true. Although, I mean, you could wrap it around.
But I'm going to have to cover like all my stars.
Yeah. Yeah, this area for sure. That's going to be tough. You could cover up that purple and yellow.
That's true.
If I kept my yellows separate, okay. Having a hard time, a little hard time. Oops. There. Oh, he did go with the stars. Okay, what do we got? How much stone do I have? I got 3 stone. That's right, I covered those up. Oh, multipliers. Multipliers. All good.
This isn't good at all.
Yellow's better. Okay, let's do that. Maybe. Sure, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Getting some purple multipliers finally.
Could probably cover that green. I'm not storing green currently.
Ah, jeez. Where is the good stuff?
That's right. This is a little shorter game. I gotta be aware of that.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be over before we know it. Hmm. Oh man.
Hmm. Score 44 to 23. You got 4 multiplier on those blue houses.
And I'm struggling on blues.
You got 6 multiplier green. You need greens to come up, man.
I know I do. That's what I was hoping would happen there. Ah, the worst part is I want to get some stones here, but
You
these
got a lot of
tiles.
area to cover to get stone. But yeah, I guess, yeah, the less likely tiles would be green, and they are the most valuable multipliers as well. I believe that's how it works. It says how many are in the total game, I think here, or maybe just in this game. How many multiplier tiles, as well as how many their basic versions.
Shoot.
I don't actually reference that ever. Really? Maybe should.
Yeah.
What
Well,
tile should he pick up with 1 stone? He's only
everyone's
got 2
probably
options. Where is he going to put it?
he's probably gonna. Everyone's screaming at me to put it somewhere. Probably. I don't know. Probably a bad choice.
Oh, put it right there. I mean, that purple's immediately surrounded. The blue's not looking great, though.
No. The worst part, like I said, I gotta cover all these multipliers for blues
Yeah.
with where they are on my map.
You covered one up there?
Yeah. There's
Ooh.
one in the center, unfortunately.
Speaking of blue multipliers, I gotta pick this one up. I gotta go for it. Blue's too good right now. I think. Yeah. Now he has the stone advantage, but he's gonna reveal the tiles for me. So I'll at least get a first go at 2 of these tiles. Can't reach the last one. I only have 2 stone. But yeah, it does feels rough when it just isn't. They don't come out at the right time for you. Ooh,
Hmm.
love this blue one. Oh, I don't think he wants it though. That's the thing. That he might. No, his blue is. But I gotta take it. My purple's not very good, but his purple's really good. I don't want him to get that. Okay, how does his blue even fit here? I wish I had my 3rd layer open. I'm just gonna need another double because it's gonna get covered up. That's tough. Okay, what if it doesn't really help anything? Hmm. I don't know if there's actually another double blues.
True. That's the tough part.
Dang it.
There's only 4 stacks left.
Yeah.
That's only 12 tiles on top of these, so 16 total tiles left.
Yeah. I will do. We're gonna work it around here. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But it is your largest group of blues, so I shouldn't be splitting them like this. This actually might be my largest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they're even. Just how you want it.
Exactly how you want it.
And I gave him some good purple multiplier if he wants.
Well, I got to take that. That's the only thing I got going for me. But now that kind of kills my blues, unfortunately, because I'm like, well, now if I start covering those purples, then it's gonna cost me.
Okay, let's see what I'll just start working on putting these together. Finishing. Dang it.
Mm,
Do that. But I kind of want a blue in there.
what's he
Put it
gonna
here.
do?
No, don't put it next to yellow. Yeah, I think I can do that.
Hmm.
Good tiles, bad. Green, useless. I can get them top.
Boom. Ooh, it's pretty close right now.
57, 58. Oh,
Yeah.
it's huge difference. Oh, let's rotate that. I like that because this green is useless to me, so I can always cover it up. Not a bad deal. That's the blue. I think I'm gonna have to do that. Like this. Yeah, wish my yellows were. So I got a pretty good multiplier.
I don't know what to do here.
63 to 58. What is it? What's the board? Okay, he's got some potential up top. Yeah, you got like a checkered board here. There's not a lot of big white area to cover except for that top spot. Ooh. Oh, ooh, set up. He's got it now.
I've got. Yeah. I don't think there's any left. I've got freaking 7 yellows.
Oh wow,
No multiplier.
that's not good.
No,
It is not good.
not one bit.
Ooh,
Bad planning on my part.
oh dang it! Get this multiplier. Ah, but that's not at the edge of my city.
I'd just put it wherever you want to put it, Pepper.
3 stone. I think stones are a point apiece as well at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang it. Could cover some stuff up. Maybe still. I guess I gotta surround this purple. Although I don't want. Dang it, that's not gonna work because the yellow is gonna be next to something. Next to another yellow, so that doesn't work.
I'd combine all your yellows into one big happy group.
How many tiles are we gonna get still?
2 stacks left, so there's 6 that are going to be revealed yet.
I think I can do that.
So I think you're going to get like 5, right?
5 more tiles.
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So I just want one here, want one there. That'll be good.
Eyes a bag up.
Not for long. This is gonna be big. Let's check that. Let's watch that score.
Watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh, wow.
Oh boy. Does he spring for the 3 times green?
For my 2 greens that I've got.
Oh, he only has 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, they haven't.
I've got 3. I like that. Dang. Oh, triple.
Not as big as Jesse's maneuvers.
That'd be 9. Reds. But the purple would be 2 times. That'd be or 3, so that'd be 6. I kind of want to just get the screen multiply for 9 points.
Not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to be ready for when the next one's revealed too, and then I don't want to be low on stone.
That's also true.
I guess I'm gonna get 1 or 2 of the last bunch. Let's see. I for sure I get stone. I'll just get this. Yeah,
Puts the decision on me. Only got 2 of those, so.
Stone mine. Fantastic. Why did I ever doubt it? Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, I should have done that differently. Oh well. What do you do?
Oh,
The
that yellow
Cooper might have this
multiplier.
one wrapped up.
Can't let him get that yellow multiplier.
Give me the multiplier.
I can't let you get
I'll
it.
still be behind you.
I can't let you get it.
I'll still be behind by 14 points after that, baby. Oh man. It's just unfortunate.
I got 7, so that's 14 points to that. The blues another 15, 16. I think I gotta do it.
You don't gotta. This guy. This guy.
I'm sorry, I feel bad. Feels bad.
You don't feel bad. I've been getting yellows the whole game. And they just suck.
Oh, stealing my green. Come on, man.
Yes.
Okay, so red here. That'd be 6. What's that? 8. We need this multiplier for 18.
Oh man, that really sucks.
Purple.
That's a lot of yellows that I got. See, folks, that's what you do not want to do. You don't want to get all of that, have it be your second highest amount of different tiles, and not have a multiplier.
That is true.
That is what not to do.
This is what to do. This is what not to do. Oh, that's a lot of white as well.
That's a lot of white. I was thinking I was getting one more tile, but yeah.
But he got
It
a
would
good,
not have mattered.
yeah. But he got a good purple. That was pretty good.
Yeah, if I could, I really needed to get at least one of those multipliers for y'all. Unfortunately, I did not get that. For what,
Yeah.
just what ended up happening. It wasn't even, I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably should have tried to go heavier blue once I got that, but
just one of
my
them
other one was
20
purple.
points.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, just unfortunately, I had some decent purple set up pretty quickly too, and then with where the multipliers were for blue, I did not set those up in the greatest of places to get
Yeah.
blues layered up to
Yeah.
actually be worth some extra points.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good game. Good game. Pepper may have whooped me pretty badly. 169, nice, to 114, and it looks like we were even in stone. So I didn't even beat him in that. I was hoping to say that's how I beat him, but I did not beat him in that. And it looks like he beat me in pretty much every category except purple and green, which green he didn't even go for. He wasn't a fool for those greens, even though he had 7 of them.
I was
Could've been
hoping to
pretty
be a
big.
fool for it right at the end with that last tile. Like, I hope he needs something else so I can sneak that too for 21 points.
I'm surprised that I shouldn't have let that by 2 rounds, but you had a lot of stuff that you wanted. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Acropolis on Board Game Arena. That's how you play the game or not play the game if you're watching me. Luckily, Pepper was the one showing all of his moves, so you were watching the actual
Beautiful color.
winner of the game. It's a lot of color. You don't look like mine with a bunch of white left over. That's not what you want. Wasted opportunity is what that is.
It's unfortunate.
But yeah, like I said before, like the video, dislike, hit subscribe. We love to see you on future videos. Leave us comments below on which ones you'd like to see. But otherwise, we hope to see you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.